Hi everyone. So today we will be discussing about measure of central tendency. Okay. So under measure of central tendency, there comes three topics. The first one is mean, the second one is median, and the last one is mode. We will be learning how to calculate mean, median, mode, and also why mean, median, mode is important. So let's begin with the first topic, that is mean. So what is mean? Mean is nothing but average. It's nothing but the average value. Okay. Average value of the data points we are considering. Okay. And the formula of mean will be summation of I is equal to 1 to n x of I, where x of I represents all the data points divided by n. This represents data points. And this is n represents total number of data points. Total number of data points. Okay. So now let's consider this example. In this example, we have how many number of data points? We will start counting. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So here in this case, our n will be then 12. Okay. And what is x of I representing? Suppose if I consider this as x of 1, okay, and number 10 as x of 2, and similarly, if we consider 18 as x of 12. Why x of 12? Because 18 is the 12th element of this example or of this data set. Okay. So here I is varying from 1 to 12 and we are taking the sum of x of I. So how it is becoming? The sum of all the elements, all the 12 elements will be 182 and total number of elements will be 12, right? So the mean is coming as 15.17. So that's how we calculate mean. Now, let's move on to why mean is important. Now we have learned how to calculate mean. Okay. Now we need to understand why mean is important. So why mean is important? So for that, to understand that, let's start with a real-time example. Suppose in an organization, there are two groups, Group A and Group B. Our agenda is to find out which group is consisting of more number of young people. Okay. So suppose in Group A, there are 5 people or 5 employees and their age is here. This is consider these things as age. I'm taking arbitrary number. So suppose in Group A, the age limit of the employees are 15, 10, 15, 20, okay, 25 and 30. And in Group B, the people are of age 20, 22, 24, 30 and 34. So what will be the mean of Group A? Mean of Group A will be sum. First we will calculate the sum. So the sum of Group A is what? That is 100. And the sum of Group B is what? That is 130. Now, number of data points or number of employees we are considering in Group A, that is 5. And here also, that is 5. So what will be the mean? Mean of Group A will be what? 100 divided by 5, right? That will be 20. And mean of Group B will be 130 divided by 5. That will be 26. So from here, we can conclude as mean of Group A is lower than mean of Group B. So we can say that in Group A, there are more number of young people. Because what mean says if there is a data point, lots of data points are there, okay, and suppose mean is somewhere here, So we can say that majority of the data points of that example that we are considering. So in this case, we are considering the age of the employee. Majority of the data points, that means more number of data points will fall around, near mean. There will be very few data points which will be far from mean. So majority of the data points will come around the mean value. So here it is 20 for group A and 26 for group B. That is why we are concluding that group A is consisting of more number of young people. Okay, and as around mean, majority of the data point will be surrounded mean. That is why this is one of the measure of central tendency. That is why the name came, measure of central tendency. It measures what the central of the data point, central part of the data point is talking about, what the majority of the data point is talking about. Okay, so now if we have mean already as a measure of central tendency, then why do we need median? So for that, we will have to understand what median is. So as from this example, you can easily understand median is the middle value. But to get to the median, you will have to sort your data points in an ascending order. Sort in ascending order. Okay. And then take the middle value of the data point. And that will be our median value. Fine. So there can be two scenarios. Suppose in this case, we have how many number of data points? We have 7 number of data points. So when we have 7 number of data points, there will be only one middle value, right? There will be only one middle value. Now take the example of even number of data points. So that will be 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So in this case, we have even number of data points. Now, how will you calculate mean? Because here the middle value is 6 and 7. So can mean be more than 1? No. Can median be more than 1? No. Median cannot be more than 1. Can't be more than 1. It is always 1. So what will be the median value? The median value will be the average of these two middle values. So there will be the average of these two middle value will be 6 plus 7 divided by 2, and that is coming around 6.5. So here this is the median value. So when we have even number of data points, we'll have to take the average of middle two values and get the median. When we have odd number of data points, we can easily get the middle value, and that will be our median value. But before that, the first step is to sort the data into ascending order. So what is the importance of median? Now let's take the same example we took in case of calculating mean. We have two groups, group A and group B. Our agenda is to find out which group consists of more number of young people. Okay. So suppose now in group A, we have same people, like people starting their age from 10, 15, 20, okay, 25. And instead of 30, I'm removing the person or the employee who had age 30, and I'm taking an employee who has age 70. Okay. So here I'm taking one extreme value, one employee who is very old in group A. All are young, but one is very old. Okay. In group B, let's keep it as it was. Okay. So it is 20, 22, 24, 30, and 34. So what will be the sum of A? That will be 140. Okay. And what will be the sum of B? That will be 130. Now let's calculate the mean first. Okay. I'll tell you what is the difficulty with mean. If we take mean as measure of central tendency in this scenario, so mean will be 140 by 5. That will come around, that is coming around 28. And here mean will be, mean of B is coming as 130 divided by 5, that is 26. So if I consider mean, I will say that group A is consisting of more number of old people. But is that true? No, because we have added one extreme value here, that is 70. That is why the overall mean is getting affected. Why? Because mean considers all the data points. Even if it is extreme, it considers, okay? But median, it doesn't consider all the data points. It considers only the middle value. So here the median will be 20, okay? And here in group B, the median will be median B, okay? Median will be 24. So in this case, if we, because we had an extreme value, which is called outliers in terms of data science, when there is a presence of outliers in a data set, then the mean is very badly affected and it can give wrong results. So in that case, we can consider median as our measure of central tendency. That is why we have more than one measure of central tendency, and we will have to choose the best measure of central tendency, which is depending on our situation, depending on the scenarios we are dealing with. Okay, now let's move on to mode. So what is mode? Mode is basically the most repetitive numbers present in a data set. So if you consider this particular example here, 9 is occurring 3 times. No other number is repeating itself except 9. So the mode of this particular example is 9. So can mode be more than 1? Can it be? Yeah, yes, it can be. It can be more than 1. How? Suppose in this example, I am adding 2 more 11. Okay. So in this case, 9 is occurring 3 times. Okay. And then 11 is also occurring 3 times. Cool. So the mode will be 9. Mode of new data will be 9 and 11. So mode can be more than 1. So now let's start with why mode is important. So let me give you a practical example of why mode is important. Suppose there is a shoe manufacturing company. Okay, that there is a shoe manufacturing company. Okay, they manufacture shoes. Now this year they want to find out which size of shoes are getting sold most of the time. Okay, so what is the shoe size that is getting sold majorly? Major sold. Okay, so what is the shoe size that is getting sold majorly? So, and after analyzing, we are seeing that in the data set, suppose number 7 is repeating maximum number of times. So then number 7 will be the first mode. Okay. Then from there, we can also calculate how many times number 6 is repeating, how many times number 7 is repeating. Okay. Number 5 is repeating. So if we calculate, if we count the repetitive numbers of occurrence of the elements or of the shoe size, we can tell the industry or the shoe manufacturing company which particular size of shoes are getting sold majorly, and the company can gain profit by that analysis, because they would be knowing beforehand what they should do, what size of shoes they should manufacture more. So during these kind of situations, mode can be really very helpful. Okay, so if I make a comparison between mean, median and mode, so mean considers all the data points. Okay, median considers only the middle value, and mode considers repetitive elements. Okay, so that is the main difference between mean, median, and mode. And also, mean, as it considers all the data points affected by outliers, does not affected by outliers. Okay, and it also doesn't affected by outliers, because median and mode doesn't consider all the data points. Median just sorts the data point and then find out the middle value. And mode, what does it do? It just finds out what is the maximum occurred element in the data set, maximum occurred number in the data set. So that is why it is also not affected by the outlier. But mean can be very badly affected by the outlier, as we shown that in the example. I hope I have made it pretty clear about measure of central tendency and when to use what. And I have also explained few practical examples that you can come across. Please stay tuned for more fruitful videos. Keep learning. Bye, guys.